This week's videos are sponsored by Prize Picks, the easy-to-use fantasy sports betting app. More on them in just a bit. What is happening there, citizens of the Reject Republic? We are here.
Rebellion.
Yes, sir. We are here today to continue the wonderful, the beloved Andor series. Before we go into this, allow us some grace first to see how we're feeling beforehand, because in order for us to give our authentic, honest thoughts and feelings during the experience, it's important to be honest with ourselves beforehand and be honest with you guys. How are you feeling, John?
I'm feeling pretty good today. It's been a bright, sunshiny, just day outside. You know, got up early for some Trons, and then I decided, we'll just keep on chugging. I had a little airport visit. It's been a little scattershot of a day, but it's been a nice day, and revisiting this show got me really excited. Like, I'm bummed that Michael isn't here at the moment, but at the same time, because he was gonna be here, but he is ill. But even so, I'm just excited that we get to jump back into the world of Andor, because it was weird. I had forgotten just how rousing of a show it is and how fun it is to watch Star Wars nail something like this. So I've been really excited in the lead up to this. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good today, honestly. Done a lot to feel good today, and I feel good today.
Hey.
And if I could be allowed some grace to express something here, you mentioned Michael's not here. It's really common for a lot of people, and I'm saying a lot of people, I'll just speak for myself. It's really common for me to feel this way when it comes to particularly Star Wars, where I feel like I have to catch every Easter egg in reference. And I've done my homework, sure, over the years. I've seen all the Clone Wars, I've seen all Rebels, I've seen the Bad Batch, I've seen the whole thing once. Yeah, having Michael here generally does alleviate some of that pressure to be like, I noticed this,
Yeah, and I can expound on all these details.
Absolutely, yeah. And I'm here to say, like, I don't want to do that to myself anymore. I feel like it's a disservice to me. It's a disservice to you guys when I'm coming more from the head and not from the heart, when what we really love to do is share our emotional resonance, our emotional connection with what we are experiencing in the moment in time, and not being so caught up in, oh my God, am I going to get a comment for missing a lore piece or these? Granted, like whenever we do get those, like I feel like really rewarded and happy, and sometimes it leads to a great reaction when you do catch those things. I don't want to be concerned with that, and I feel like out of any show that allows you to kind of not be so worried about it, it's Andor. Andor's really definitely doing its own thing in so many ways, while taking place during the timeline of Rebels and having some references. I mean, you got like Sagrona and Mon Mothma in here, so you do have some characters from the animated shows, but it's so much more than that. So that's all I want to say. Let's enjoy the show. Hey. And maybe Michael will join us for future episodes. In the meantime, leave a like. That would be very much appreciated. Helps promote this video, helps future videos get promoted, and just helps us out in general. Subscribe and click that notification bell. We don't know how we're going to do this. We were just going to wait for the end of the episode and see if we want to talk about it for a bit, or if we want to immediately move on and put it all in one video. We don't know yet. We'll find out as we're experiencing it. But subscribe, click that notification bell regardless, because we're doing the whole thing. Patreon. My goodness, it is a saving grace for us at this moment in time. A lot of your favorite reaction channels might be experiencing the same thing. I know for a fact that some of them are. Copyright claims are through the wazoo lately, and Patreon has been a fantastic way to offset some of that monetization problems that a lot of us having to deal with, because believe it or not, these videos take a very long time to put together.
A lot of hands.
So thank you guys for supporting us over there. In addition to not just contributing your hard-earned dollars, you also get the full-length reaction watch along. That means you get to sync up with your own copy, watch the whole thing beginning to end with John and I in your living room, in your bedroom. It's like we're there with you regardless. Your bathroom. I don't know why you have it there, but hey, maybe you have a condition and you need us there with you. So thank you so much for supporting us. John, you ready to hop into this?
So ready. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
1 year later in Silent Hill.
Is that the same dinging from
the big bell? BBY4.
Before Baby Yoda.
Yeah. It's the first time, if you're not very well versed in the Star Wars timelines. Oh, man.
This is the Rise of the Resistance ride.
God, everything is so pristine.
I love when they focus in on like the maintenance work during
the day-to-day activities. Stuff that makes the Empire mundane and banal. Oh, don't like that.
What were you sensing?
Cool looking tablet. Ooh, what a perspective, too. Through the door, out the front window.
Test facility, huh?
Outpost 31.
Quiet, desolate side. Is Andor undercover right now?
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Good for you, man.
Cool.
Oh, she's working with him.
Nia,
Yes,
how's it look?
it's good. It's prep for a test flight in the morning. The password tonight is Kafreen.
Kafreen.
Got the key?
We have to wait for my supervisor to leave. He never stays late.
Oh boy, except today.
Are we safe here?
You're a new test pilot. You've just arrived. You're excited. You wanted to look around before you went to bed. We started flirting.
I like that.
Sorry, I was told not to look at you. I didn't see
It's
anything.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm so nervous.
Oh.
Nervous is good. Keeps us awake.
Fear.
It's gonna be fine.
I'm never coming back here.
It's a big sacrifice.
I've had fun here.
It's a big sacrifice for everyone.
That must sound strange.
No, not at all.
I've had fun here.
Now everything changes.
You're very brave.
Am I? My hand's shaking.
Hey, there you are. Who is this?
New pilot.
Everyone's people, friends, even on this side.
Hello, pilot.
Hello there.
I'll see you tomorrow. Welcome aboard.
He's cute.
I was exactly. Go and get it, girl.
What was that?
She said you were cute. Have you been part of this for very long?
1 year exactly.
I shouldn't ask. I'm sorry.
You're risking everything. You can ask what you want.
If I die tonight, was it worth it?
Woof.
You've done this before. You must have thought about it.
This makes it worth it. This, right now. Being with you, being here at the moment you step into the circle. Look at me. You made this decision long ago. The Empire cannot win. You'll never feel right unless you're doing what you can to stop them.
Damn, dude. Wow, it's a good scene.
You're coming home to yourself.
Wow, what a change.
You've become more than your fear.
He's also talking about himself.
Yeah.
Let that protect you.
Thank you.
Oh.
I need a 12-minute head start.
Is that enough? I'll see you along the road.
Yeah.
What a contrast to the opening scene of the first season to now.
Yeah. So much more purpose. And like the philosophical angles of the show are so engrossing.
Also revolutionary leader speech.
Yeah, absolutely. But without losing like humanity, like it's a very human moment too, intimately, and like you have the levity of like, oh, he's kind of cute, and they're flirty a little bit, but also like, yeah, what are we fighting for? It's literally this. It's for the shared spaces, people. Ooh, yeah. Just murdered that droid in cold blood.
Oh, what a cool shot from because they showed it from the cockpit, and you're like, who's gonna pilot this?
Yeah,
So,
right.
yeah, these two.
Oh no. Gotta be drift compatible.
You gotta do the Jean-Claude Van Damme splits.
Yes.
Oh, never mind.
See, if Michael was here, he would have the whole schematics to explain to us.
Well, in the first season, they rely on him to know how to control these ships.
Yeah.
And then to him to walk in and be like, I don't know what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I thought it was two because I thought I'd been early stage.
Oh. He looks real good in that uniform. I hate to say. Whoa, shit. Oh, no. Oh, Christ.
Hurry, man. Go the other way.
Oh, This is exactly what those games in the arcades feel like. Oh my god, this is literally button mashing.
No, dude.
God,
You are wrecking this facility.
This is such a disaster. Oh my god.
Dude.
Jesus. Yeah, I got the memes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, ruthless efficiency.
Oh, great POVs.
Whoa.
Oh, he's in the hang of it.
Damn.
Nice.
Man, I was hoping we would spend some time outside on the frosty planet. Oh my god.
I love how everything's a struggle for him.
A lot more. Woo!
You did it.
There's a lot more humor to this, like in a not in a direct way, but.
And now you're so damn.
Oh my god, dude!
Finally, there you go, buddy.
The ugliest maneuver of all time. Oh man. You gotta fall with style.
Oh, shit.
Wow, not bad.
This is so much more grand.
Yeah. I guess he doesn't need the spooky helmet.
Damn.
Jeez! Good thing these ships are so durable. I mean, credit to the Empire, really. They don't build a tin can that doesn't get the job done. Wow!
This is terrifying.
Yeah. Imagine a VR of this episode.
The way they mix with the sound design when it's inside.
Ooh! This is very video game coded. Wow, wow. To a barrel roll.
Crash zoom.
Yep. Gotta have it.
In one scene, there was more action here than all of season 1.
Yep. They're like, fine, we'll deliver more. But it's gonna be real nasty. What we do in the galaxy echoes throughout eternity.
But they're really good at it. You take those ships for granted, and you're so used to watching like a quantity in Star Wars, and to throw you into the perspective of one person manning it, and trying to figure it out, showing the struggle of it. Someone's sneaking in here. Are we in a POV?
B. I mean, yeah, this is definitely some kind of POV. Do a mirror reveal, come on. Ugh.
What?
The bad doctor.
I do not recognize this man.
Is he not the evil torture doctor? Or does he just look like the evil torture doctor?
Oh, might be.
It's like Pete Postlethwaite.
Oh, she must be having a nightmare about him.
Oh, poor Biggs.
Wake up! Wake up! No! Hey!
Hey.
You're okay. You're okay. You're fine. We're safe.
Hey, Bix, right here. Look at me. It's Talia.
Interesting to capture him in the beginning like a haunting.
Go back to bed. She'll be fine.
Cassion will want to know.
She'll deal with that.
He'll be home to tomorrow.
We'll talk about this in the morning.
Go back to your charge port.
Might be my favorite droid.
B is so endearing.
Shangri-La.
In the house. Not if you don't do what I...
Shangri-La.
Lost Horizon.
I'm serious.
Oh my.
Is she married now?
Oh yeah, she doing some kind of coming of age maiden ritual.
You can look now.
Is this the Chandrillin Quinceanera? Quinceanera.
She's getting ready.
That is the gown. That is the bridal gown.
The wedding to get her out of the house. Here comes the party. Perrin, my favorite nephew.
Sordo, my favorite reprobate. How are you?
My favorite reprobate.
A glorious turn of events. So good to see you. Looking younger every season.
How effortlessly you lie.
Look at everything Mon's going to give up.
I know. Star Wars Middle Earth.
Governor Cloven has a new ship. We have limited space on the docking platform. They've taken 2 spots and don't seem eager to move.
You've asked them nicely.
I've tried.
This man's hair.
The governor's ego apparently won't fit into our lot.
Is this about his new ship?
He's your friend, darling. You and us can sort it out.
Uh-oh.
Is it Gangster Man?
Squeezing.
Greetings, sirs.
A lot of tracking shots.
Yeah.
Does make the sets come more to life.
That's the movie magic.
Val, there. Dyed hair.
Yeah. You gotta have some kind of
Have you seen
makeover.
who's here?
Would be Luthen in a wig. I love the build-up they're doing.
Morning.
God, man.
Senator Beaver. So good to see you.
Well, and 2, watching her, keep up the projection that is Mon Mothma.
There you are.
Hey.
How's the bride to be?
Very spoilt at the moment.
If not now, when, right?
I suppose. We're having lunch on the terrace. You'll see for yourself.
Feels like the opening to a video game when you start playing as Mon Mothma.
I'll play that game.
I'm afraid I'm a bit of a blur right now. But I know you left word. I saw your message. It's just... That's quite the production. Is there something urgent?
No. Looking to catch up.
That pause speaks.
I'll find you later.
Oh, something to look forward to.
No problem. Just rush hour.
It is Luthen, as his
Hey.
act.
I love when
Luthen.
he puts on the airs.
Oh dear, you found me.
What are you doing here?
I'm afraid that's a secret.
Away! Away! No chatting, Luther. No spoiling.
Oh shit, he's interacting with everyone.
Away with you.
What's going on here?
You'll ruin my surprise. You told her nothing, I hope.
Well, I only just arrived.
Well, he's terrible at keeping secrets.
Oh, I've been practicing.
You'll see when I'm ready. Now, surely there's something that desperately requires your presence elsewhere.
Very well. But I will get it out of him.
Great costume design this episode.
I haven't even noticed the hidden cut, if there is one.
Yeah.
He's with Skulden. For what? Apparently it's a secret.
I wonder if they're using one of those crazy new gimbal cameras or something.
Oh, they cut.
Damn it. Damn it.
But they're cutting from Mon Mothma's perspective now to Luthen's.
The team at Sinar confirmed he got away clean.
That's it.
It was a pulse code, not a conversation.
We should have heard from him by now.
I can't transmit from here, Luthen. I told you when we landed. That's off the table. There's already a crowd at the docking platform.
Are all these people gonna die?
There's no way to hide a signal.
Keep listening.
Oh, man. That eyebrow.
4, 3, 2.
Is it a 2, a 6, or an 8? Mina Rao, Outer Rim. Whoever gets to name the Star Wars things, it's got to be a fun job. It's like the guy who gets to name all the weeds or subgenres of heavy metal.
Let me try the thick one.
You know it's not going to last.
I'll get them through the harvest.
I can make a new pot tonight before your pin.
Dude, they're on Rebel Moon.
Thirsty?
What?
This is feeling
Better
way
pull it
more
together.
like
Just
actual Star Wars.
She seems awfully determined. Please. It's a long walk from the silos.
That's because her mother doesn't like me coming around.
It does have that like plucky, optimistic tone.
We're toolies.
There's all kinds of people.
Yeah, shares and visas.
Well, they all started somewhere.
It's not that easy.
Doesn't seem to be stopping Talia and Brasso.
Please, give it a rest.
This definitely seems like a volume scene. Wow.
Well, I imagine that we're starting off hopeful and bright. We'll get real for a good dark eventually.
It's going to get more bright.
The opposite.
Hello, Bila. You've been out here so long. I brought water.
A lovely surprise. Will was just telling me how thirsty he is.
They laid a thirst trap.
And something's about to ruin the day.
What is it? I'm not sure.
It's imperial.
This feels like Rogue One.
Have you seen it before? Maybe once when I was little. My father will know. Well,
Get him over here.
Every scene is so good at establishing which character's perspective we're locked into right now. Every time.
This is so cool. It's like the way it tonally fleshes out the world just by giving you perspective in it. It's like it's not always expanding like the quote more, but it does like give you a very ground level view of like what it's like to be here. Consistently. Wow.
Is he still looking for his sister?
It's gotta be part of it.
This looks like Canary.
It's a ruin.
Andor comes home.
Porco!
I don't say this with the utmost confidence. There's vibes, though, of like Luke at beginning of Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, sure.
Deep into the revolution, suited up.
I guess that is part of the Star Wars story character traditions.
Porco! You can stop right there!
Whoa.
You got 15 blasters pointed at you right now!
Don't tell him that!
He's surrounded! He needs to know it!
The number? The
God.
actual number?
Are you kidding?
You're right. There is a lot more humor.
I knew you would do this! I'm not an Imperial pilot!
Yeah, and I'm not gonna put a bolt through you. Toss the blaster and get on the ground!
It's just Phil Lord and Chris Miller talking to each other. Ooh, fun. In Star Wars, I feel like they do take you from like modest beginnings to like full on, you know, rebel and like the
No notes,
arc that is both personally and aesthetically.
no record. None of you were here.
Or synchronic.
Nobody
My
puts
man.
this in their calendar.
I thought we'd be a while to this, huh?
All service and transport droid will be data wiped once we're done.
Wipe those body cams.
Your colleagues, superiors, if they're not in this room, they're not cleared for the project.
Teacher's in the back there.
Colonel Yularen, Governor Tarkin, all senior commanders
Governor Tarkin.
will be notified by the Emperor at the time of his choosing. The group in this room is, of this moment, the tightest of closed circle.
Oof.
Any security violation will be brought to the Emperor's personal attention.
Zapped. Tight circle like a deer in a scope.
So glad they brought him back. What a chance for this actor who's so great to actually sink his teeth into the role. Really explore it.
I'm excited. I hope they let him
They will.
do just that. Yeah.
They will. They did it for Mon Mothma, they'll do it for him. Did it for Cassion, yeah.
It's the whole race and Petra of the
What
show.
propaganda commercial is this?
The Empire and you.
Chances are, if you've heard that sound before, you've been to the Great Valleys of Gorman. But it's a sure thing, no matter where you are in the galaxy, you've had your eye on something made of Gorman twill.
Oh no.
Elegance and durability. Available in all weights and weaves, the Gorman Mark of Excellence is known everywhere as the standard of luxury and quality.
Do you know anything about this, Gorman?
But where does this magic begin?
Will not say anything. Okay.
I assume
Don't worry,
they
yeah.
only thrive and prosper.
That's the traditional Gorman Valley horn, sounding the wake-up call for the creatures who've made this planet the success it is today. Time to rise and start spinning. Meet the Gorman Spider. The experts have a fancier word. Whatever you call them, there's no denying their dedicated work habits. Spinning from dawn till dusk, never stopping to feed or sleep.
Wow. Oh, jeez.
Until the Gorman sun has set. 40 billion Gorlectopods housed in webberies across the planet will spin the fiber.
Webberies across the planet.
Gorman twill will be processed just this season alone. It's a planetary-wide effort, with each of Gorman's 9 provinces pulling together to provide a single processing and delivery system. Gorgeous material gathered for display and sale in the capital city, Palmo.
I love that they are doing it like this kind of commercial.
From around the galaxy to tour the showrooms and brokerages of the peaceful and elegant metropolis.
It does give it a retro futurism.
A term you'll often hear,
Yeah.
and it will only take
also
you
like
a
a
few
World
hours
War
on the
II
ground
type of
to understand the source of that term.
Well, yeah, it gives it that long time ago galaxy far away rather than just feeling like the future.
And especially for when the Star Wars was originally inspired from.
Gorman is of great interest to the Empire.
Long live the Empire.
God.
Where's Porco?
Shut up! Tell me what's going on
Somebody
here.
hit him.
So many patient like pans and tracks.
Who are you? Who is he? He's an impy pilot.
Just do this, please.
Then do it. Let's see. We're waiting. Let me know when you're done.
I'm here to meet a friend.
Is it the team from Hook?
We ask the questions.
Wow, big move. Now you can ask him who he is.
Maybe I'll get an answer.
There was another pilot here waiting to take it forward.
Stolen for who?
For the rebellion.
Whose rebellion?
Where's the pilot I'm supposed to meet?
The rebellion.
Where is he?
Your friend was not friend. He took a shot at us. Tried to make a run for it. Big mistake.
Lies.
He's lying anyway. This guy's a test pilot.
Ugh.
I doubt anyone here is unaware of the difficulties we've had making the Emperor's dream of energy independence a reality. Now, I hear the rumors, I know the stories, delays, setbacks, groveling for Senate funding. I met with the Emperor yesterday. He suggested I remind you that the energy initiative remains the centerpiece of his agenda.
Energy initiative, huh?
To stable, unlimited power will transform the galactic economy and solidify imperial authority.
What a performer.
Out. Spiders are not the most unique thing in Gorman.
Oh boy.
There's a mineral underground. Doctor?
Deep substrate foliated calcite.
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 Synthetic calcite. Calcite alternative. Calcite sub. I mean, the amount of time spent pondering this grubby little bit of rock is sadly astonishing. Now, we've promised delivery in 3 years. That delivery is dependent on some version of Gorman calcite to coat the reactor lenses.
Oh boy.
Should we fail to find any alternative, we will have to control Gorman with a hand firm enough to silence any resistance. And you've been selected to help plan for that possibility.
Part of an elite squad.
This makes so much
This should
more
not be that
sense
difficult.
Where's the power
with
coming from?
a certain character who is in the show. Sorry, I'm trying to say something here, and also try not to say
Decided
something.
to go visit Gorman, I tell you that.
I'll just stop.
I wouldn't touch that.
What is it?
I'm not sure.
What is that?
No clue.
So how did you get here?
I guess it's my lucky day.
Do you think this is funny?
Listen, there is no manual, okay?
Hey, we're trying to focus here. What do you think? Can you fly it?
I don't know. It's all new.
He can fly it. We need all the room we can get. Do the math. We don't all fit.
Anything to eat in there?
No.
Calcite extraction, I'm assuming it's an invasive
feeling
process.
off about the interaction.
present
stark
challenges.
With those guys in particular? Yeah, a little bit.
Feeling like
Meaning what?
The extent of our withdrawal may render the planet unstable.
a note and heightened in a way that's not complimenting it.
It's gouge mining. There would be stress on the planet's core.
Who cares?
There is a risk of total collapse.
9 cities, 800,000 Gorman.
Relocation would be ideal.
Well, shit.
We need to plan for alternatives, all of which will require preparation.
Gorman is neither obscure nor without political power. They will not go quiet.
They will not go quietly into the night.
Yeah.
Which is exactly why you're here.
Rika says she can fly it. She can fly.
She's not saying that.
I don't hear you saying that.
It's confusing.
He's got to teach her. Why would he do that?
What?
If he doesn't, we'll kill him.
It's like the pacing and the cutting is all different in this sequence.
Their voices would be great for an animated Star Wars show.
Sure.
You'd never make it.
Alone? No. No way. But the two of us, we could be out of here by now.
We You can't teach her if he's dead. Everything with you is negative.
My man.
One line, I got one over.
I'm not here with solutions, man.
He was negative.
2 days, no food. Makes everyone cranky, right?
How do you know how long we've been here?
You were not here 3 days ago when I left.
Oh, look out.
We still have the same problem. He's right.
Who goes and who stays?
We make trips. And who goes first? There it is. Right there. There's our real problem.
The lack of trust.
Your brother dumped us here and ran away, and you want to talk about trust?
We went back for survivors.
No, but Rika, Neek, Nays, Rao.
Maya Pay! You're the Maya Pay Brigade!
What did you tell him? This is on you.
Crap.
We're still robbed. We can see we're stuck.
I know Maya.
Maya's dead.
According to you, he's the
Because
alien
I
you
was
saw.
trying to save her. We got ambushed. We lost 6 ships, 40 fighters.
My brother was the only
Your
one
brother ran away.
How do you know Maya?
She was a customer. We've been supplying you along the way.
Oh.
We're all part of the same rebellion.
Your friend was hostile.
He was on a mission.
We're continuing that journey of trying to get the rebellion to unify.
We're stealing an imperial test ship. For who? Who are you with?
Which sect, man?
I'm not telling you that.
We told you.
Yeah, well, should be more careful.
You scumbag jackpot.
No.
Nope, no.
Oh.
We're not here to gloss over any difficulty. The suppression of Gorman is not a decision to be taken lightly.
Suppression of...
D. Shambo, Nisus Osar will be our partners from the Ministry of Enlightenment. Gentlemen.
Thank you, Director.
Ministry of Enlightenment.
Look how much he loves being in the title seat.
Some of what you're thinking about Gormans at this very moment exists because we put it there.
Hasn't there always been something slightly arrogant about the Gore?
This has never felt more like a corporation.
Yeah.
How hard would it have been to simply allow the imperial inspections that most other planets welcome?
And didn't it seem as if the Gore were doing what they always do? Putting themselves first.
God, you dicks.
Did a dedicated Imperial Naval Inspector really have to die to protect Gorman pride?
Wow.
We made the story, we shaped it, we blew it up, we decided when it was over.
You guys are so strong here, aren't you?
With the right ideas, planted in the right markets, in the right sequence, we can now weaponize this galactic opinion.
Weaponize information.
Oh, it's an image we can build on. Aggressive, unpleasant, keeping to themselves. Is it just coincidence that the Gorman personality seems so in tune with these creatures?
This is literally a marketing room.
Yeah.
The secrecy, the overcharging, mocking Imperial protocols, laughing at us.
The madmen of the galaxy.
Literally, yeah.
You get the idea.
He's so pleased.
You're wasting daylight. There must be food and water out there somewhere.
There's beasts out there. No talking. Don't take orders from Bardi.
What kind of beasts?
You'll hear him tonight.
Uh-oh. Nah, man, he's gonna tame one. He's gonna ride it out of here.
I'm not saying I trust him, but you let him
ride.
If that's the only choice.
Yeah.
What's wrong here?
Everyone gets one. Every show you get a Rancor.
Because you're not letting her concentrate. Rika has to learn how to fly this plane. She's not.
So who's really in charge here?
Yes.
It's harder than it looks.
Why not have a plague or stage some natural disaster? How to motivate them to leave the place of their own accord?
We've actually gamed that out.
Wow. This is an infuriating scene. It reflects so, it feels so real.
Gets unpredictable very quickly.
It's reflective of real life in a lot of ways.
And warehouse for transport when needed.
And once that's all ready, how quickly can you mobilize?
Once we tucked away, the drilling's easy. We can be up and running in a matter of weeks.
Yeesh.
It's the administration and security issues that are troubling.
We don't have a large presence on Gorman at the moment.
He's planned for that.
Oh, no.
We're building a new armory in Palmo.
Excuse me?
Excuse me? Always calculating and observing.
You're awfully quiet, aren't you?
It's a lot to take in.
Oh, heard you learn quickly.
I like to know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
I don't get to Coruscant much these days, but I do keep my ear to the ground. Now, some people might not have recovered from an incident like Ferrix.
Ooh.
You're not inspired by the anti-Gorman whispering campaign?
I'm still forming an opinion.
Shit, her reputation's damaged.
You think you're hard to read? You need to get over that. Now, you have a plan already. You had it before they finished speaking. I want your assessment.
Wow. Now's the time.
Propaganda will only get you so far. You need a radical insurgency you can count on.
Count on for what?
You need Gorman rebels you can depend on to do the wrong thing. Director.
Jesus.
Learn how to manipulate them to take action so then they can enforce.
Then you have every right to go in there and just destroy the place. God. This is, it's like so infuriating to watch.
But like, as they fatten themselves up.
So fat.
I, who was waiting. Here I am.
Yeah, they are doing the thing that, like, Andor pointed out to Luthen.
Trigger Cassian. He'll be back soon.
Oh. This feels like in Rebels when the clones have retreated to the farm life. You know what I'm talking about.
That was my favorite part of the show.
Want to know what they've got, where it's coming from.
What about who's doing it?
He's asking. I guess right now they're focused on Council 500. That's what we saw out there today.
If they're checking visas, we have a problem.
He knows that.
Uh-oh.
No one here's about to let anything happen to you.
We'll know more tomorrow. Nothing from Cassion.
I'll have a listen.
Boy. Oh, Marva. Damn,
Right.
she's like a symbol now. Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
Come here, you.
It's a great lived-in detail. I feel like this show does a lot to put like personal detail in, not just like cool world detail.
Nothing from Porco.
I've been down there scrubbing frequencies all day.
We know Cassian got off Signer. We know Porco's waiting. What are we looking at?
I'm looking for a drink. Hope for the best.
God. The drips, man, the drips.
Okay. Dude, this feels like European music.
Jabba's son has really taken a different direction with his band.
Oh, I haven't seen them interact.
He's going to have to give her away. Can he do it?
Leader won't be easy.
You'd know best.
God, look at them.
Is he tough enough?
Not by half. Either learn or be led. Well, I wish him
Or be
luck.
led.
That's you, man.
I wish him luck.
And where are you stationed?
I've been training on Steer Guard, but we're all being transferred now.
Where's everyone going?
Give me that intel.
I love how he knows how to infiltrate by playing to the gossip.
Pace yourself. There's 2 more days to go.
I always wondered where you came from.
We're leading a rebellion.
Who's got the secrets? Bring it to me. Right here. One here.
He's the leader. That's a wig.
Listen, tell him your plan. It's so good.
Are we pretending we just met?
No, you've been by the shop. Just 2 single women surveying the prospects.
You have been surveyed and found wanting. Sashay away.
You've been avoiding me.
Of course.
I'm overly sensitive.
Someone's always watching.
Yeah, voyeuristic angle.
It's been a rough few days.
Is everything all right?
I've had some business go sour. Things have gone to a head.
Whose head?
I'm sorry.
I'm hoping to stay the weekend. We'll see.
Is Marnie joining you?
We're living apart at the moment.
Oh, buddy.
I'm surprised you haven't heard.
I have not.
It's not Goss Monma.
They're separatist couple.
So much for the
gossiping
biddies of Chandrilla.
They are a separate God, that was very funny. That was very good.
And it's not what I wanted to talk to you about. I know you said you got my message. I was hoping we could discuss the Foundation.
Uh-oh.
Honestly, I'd love a detail like that of like the
Not like
couple
that, no.
separating and the weight on him
There you are.
as it's affecting his movement forward. What he's losing now that he's joined.
Yeah.
They've had their first fight.
Oh dear. Leaders run off.
Oh, no.
Damn, this lady looks like freaking Bride of Frankenstein.
You'll have to excuse me.
Of course.
We'll find time together.
It is nice to have characters treated like they have personal lives and like, the rebellion and the Empire stuff. Like, it obviously is a big part of your life, but in a lot of the other stuff, it feels like that's all their lives are about.
But how these guys like a Mon Mothma will sacrifice their personal life.
Yeah.
To join the revolution.
What's happened? He's a child.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
What?
He won't hold my hand. I keep trying and he keeps pushing me away.
Oh, this decision's got a whole lot harder.
So terribly sorry.
Forced your daughter into this.
Your mom. She needs Mon Mothma.
What you are talking about is a mutiny.
It's not a mutiny if no one's in charge.
I was always Maya's number 2.
In your dream.
I was always supposed to be in charge.
Part of an improv group or something?
That might take a while.
She's really
dead. She's not.
You
they
saw
don't
nothing.
totally mesh
You were
with
hiding in the bunker.
These two performers.
I saw you.
Step off, Round.
Maya comes back and win.
Step off.
Here, there's going to be noise about it.
Hey, you take it back. Get stuck. See what you've done? Your brother stole our ship. Say it again.
Oh.
Tell him to put it down. Crab. Come on, man. You took off the wood.
Oh.
Come in, Crab.
You're not even good at that.
Dude, no,
this is
guys.
not what we need. Who's rebellion? Oh, no. Oh, no. This is a fun stunt sequence, damn. Jeez. Fun.
The ending of the episode?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Well done, Ariel Clayman. Tony G, bringing the yucks this time.
I say we just watch the second one.
Why don't we just watch the second one?
Different music.
Ooh.
Predator.
Sounds like skittery spider feet. Are we going to go into the Gorman mines? Andorachnophobia. In the trenches.
I do appreciate the contrast, though, of showing the Empire very much organized, able to have a dialogue, have direction, and then you're looking at this little scavenger group, and it's just all the disarray.
She should be searching the middle. Is that what she's doing?
I can't tell.
Well, yeah, and in the first season, there was all that stuff with Saw Gerrera about, like, these different factions, like, none of them see eye to, like, only it's, I guess, the fundamental struggle of a rebellion to get everyone on one ideology.
It's like the left versus the right.
Sure. It's like, guys, get it together. Come on.
I'm telling you, there's nothing. What did you do with Rika's body?
What? Rika's body? What's he talking about? They can't find her either. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
They're messing with us.
Oh, he did say that it's a trap. It's crazy.
It's like poetry.
It repeats itself sometimes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Defo feels like Jurassic Park. I appreciate this is tangibly wet and... Whoa! Jeez. Oh, boy.
What's that? It's Rika's goggles. That's all there was.
Jeez. It's got to be out there somewhere.
What is this creature? Like, I know what you did last summer.
His foot was still in it.
Ooh.
Stump of bloody foot.
Animals got him. What else could it be?
You're sure?
I picked it up.
Hey,
Jeez.
you might want to bang some water. There's a tarp over there.
Okay, now everyone argue your point about whether or not we should get the tarp out. It's par for the course.
Before we go in, I don't want the Gorman project.
Oh.
I've thought it through all night, and I don't want it.
Humbling.
Why not?
Just reminded of our place in the chain of command.
Hey.
Did Krennic offer you the job?
You know that he did.
Then it's done. We're in it.
And what about Axis? It's where I belong. I can't do both.
Axis. You've invested almost 2 years. You built the legend and delivered almost nothing.
We're getting closer all the time.
He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. He's nowhere.
Oh my God, her and Cyril are gonna so team up now.
Yeah, they got to. Oh, Cyril, man, I miss him.
Catch them first, then make them famous. This will appear to be a demotion. You'll have to play the part. It will heat up soon enough.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
This is good news, Dedra. Gorman will be yours to run as you wish. You'll only answer to Krennic, and he's got no time for anything but results.
Yeah.
Gorman is a gift.
Her downgrade led to his downgrade.
Then win it.
He needs her to win it.
Yeah.
It is
hold on to his position.
I mean, when Gorman stuff happens, I'll talk more about it, but the little bit I remember. But it is I like the build-up that they're doing with it a lot and expanding on it.
Nothing. Radio silence. Nobody's checked in. I know I said we shouldn't broadcast from here, but I tried to reach out to Bix.
Oh, no.
Mina Rao's been shut down. Temporary reception outage for imperial inspection.
I love this. The terror of choices when you can't communicate and what decisions people might do.
I need serious comms.
I can't leave. Have to get a ride.
Call it Galactic Uber. Oh, Snapperino.
Good morning.
What?
Oh, I thought they were insinuating that he was the ride.
He was the what?
The ride.
They're sneaking in Skull and Surprise. I'm sure you've heard what it is by now.
Is it really a shandy, Mal?
Yeah, one of them.
They seem like they're getting along better.
You'll want to put that in your speech.
Last night was successful.
2 more to go.
Oh, boy.
Tell your boyfriend to back off the nog.
Here's my boyfriend.
What have you done? Thrown him over?
I don't know who we're talking about.
Take Homer. Is he not your lover?
Ooh.
Haven't had that nonsense in a while.
His wife has run off, so the field is clear. He's all yours now.
Stop.
Yeesh.
I was way wrong.
It's all good. Maybe they will get on the same page.
Tay had a bit too much first night punch. Had to be taken home. I mean, it's a full-on shandy wedding. He grew up 4 valleys away. He should know better.
What did he say?
He was always weak.
Shit, what did he say?
Yeah, I don't like that at all. Galactic weather vane.
The Galactic Shire.
Air power. There's a lot of little Lord of the Ringsy.
Yeah, that's
touches.
Rose. That's Samwise. That's girlfriend.
Oh yeah,
it's Rosalie.
Oh my god, they're just making galactic beer up here. They could be just distilling all this weed. That'd be so funny. Nothing tastes better than a pint right out of the silo.
I spoke to my friend at 500. She thinks they'll finish inspecting up there today. Where they go next should tell us what direction they're moving, but...
How many are there?
On the ground, she counted about 40. We don't know what they have in the air.
Thank you, Tony Gilroy.
It's been 10 years since the last audit. Nobody's happy.
Talia thinks they'll let us slide.
We can't count on that.
What if they ask where we came from? I wouldn't mention Ferrix.
What if we say it?
Yeah.
They caught someone running at 500.
What happened to them?
Find out what I can. Cassian?
Nope.
He'll be here.
It is kind of an Empire Strikes Back situation. Like Luke Skywalker stranded alone. Rebel group's like, where's our main character? You know?
Well, it's a good way to create immediate tension because now everybody's got to kind of act on their own advice.
Meal bars.
Ooh.
9. That's it.
Looks surprisingly tasty.
Yeah, I kind of want to try one.
That's all that's left?
You voted to eat.
And you should have told us no.
How many snack pods?
Oh.
6 dry, 8 wet. I'd rather be hungry than sick. Let's give him a mouldy and see what happens.
You know, they've gone very quiet over there.
Go eat them.
You need a perimeter.
I was just about to do that. They must be starving.
Oh.
Hey!
Try it.
No.
I don't know.
Oh, I could go for some fruit.
Eat it.
I make. You'll eat anything.
Yeah.
That was a dare. Okay, I dare you. Give it. If it tastes like it smells, I don't know.
Yeah, if it's poison, what if you start to trip out?
Shroom high.
Yeah, give me that trip sequence.
Jobs here at the Bureau of Standards.
Oh, now he's introducing people.
They hear that and wonder how it can be true, but not that long ago, I was standing right where you are now.
Yeah, he got promoted.
I was given a position in fuel purity.
He's given an equally skinny guy, Joe. Yeah. Skinny tall guy.
200 Covern charging rods. Doesn't seem like much, does it? Well, I walked it back. Every shift I make time for my quota to dig just a little bit deeper. And one day, After months of searching,
Oh no.
screens started lining up across the room.
What'd you find?
I had uncovered a cabal of corrupt purchasing agents who were stealing Imperial supplies in 4 sectors.
Damn.
There's a future here for those who dare.
Damn. That's a slogan.
I love him. He's probably my favorite character.
I
in the
love
show.
Cyril so much.
Yeah, the kind of guy who gets like influenced to joining a neo-Nazi. group.
Yeah.
He's for
And the
guns.
second he gets a little bit of authority, he gets drunk as heck on it.
Yeah.
Once things calm down, we'll be okay.
Not if you've gone away.
But if we do, I'll come back.
Oh, as a Force ghost.
Just promise you won't leave without saying goodbye.
Promise.
Clearly, Tony Gilroy saw Rebel Moon Part 2.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm waiting for that slow-mo shot. Actually, it'll be laser blasts through as they rend all the fields.
Do you guys have any firepower that could possibly fight these guys with? It's got to be hidden somewhere.
Yeah. Get one of those cool montages where everybody takes the normal shit and reveals all the guns inside.
Do you take credits?
Can do.
Any cold drinks?
In the case over there.
Got any peasels?
Sorry. Where are you coming from?
Just finished 500.
That's got to be a weapon.
Where to next?
I don't know. You have to ask the lieutenant.
I haven't met him yet.
You will.
Everyone putting up their act. Ignore. I think someone's going to mess with her. She's going to get some PTSD triggers.
Just finishing up.
Just replacing the bushings.
Have you seen the new silos?
I have. We were based in 600 block a few months ago.
They had Apple TV Plus.
I'm not sure they're worth the cost. I guess we'll know after this next harvest.
I guess so.
What's this guy going to do?
So quiet out here. It's a simple life, isn't it?
It is.
He's just a chatty little guy.
Mechanics, though.
Don't put your hands on her.
Move around a bit, right?
Don't put those hands on her.
Have you been to the Row? Some of these farmers live their whole lives and never go. It's not much of a city, but you think over time they get curious.
I've been there.
Whoa.
It's changed. Row.
Oh.
I haven't seen it in a few years. We had a decent meal there last night.
Aw.
It's not that far.
We could go.
Beautiful ride over the fields.
Oh.
I'm only here for another couple of days. You'd like to join me?
Yeah, once in a lifetime opportunity before I ship out again.
I'm not sure my husband would approve.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Oh.
Is he here?
Soft planet for a few days.
Is he a mechanic as well?
Very good one.
Does he worry about you?
Stop getting closer.
In what way?
We've just shut down all the comms. It's not up to me.
Oh.
Freeze the zone during an audit. It's supposed to stop things sneaking away while we're doing all our counting.
Ugh.
It's good to know.
Darla.
What do you know, man?
I'm done.
Mine
Ready?
kept going. It's Disney Plus. They wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
Like, I get this is your edgy Star Wars. They won't go that far.
God, Star Wars really changed, let me tell you.
Nice to meet you. See you along the way.
See you along the way. I'm going to start saying that to people. Andor said that to his assistant the first episode. Oh my God, New Zealand is beautiful.
Well, hasn't been bad for business, though, has it?
I've always wanted to.
I see.
Mother wouldn't allow it. It'll be different now.
I didn't say anything before.
Like all these little glimpses into the conversations.
When was the last time this happened?
Wedding hike. Patron and I. It rained.
I remember. Is this really what she wants?
Yes.
This straight up feels like a fantasy show right now.
What happens at the top? I don't remember.
We gaze at the ancestral lands. Some children sing. The elder waves her hand and we'll all have been purified.
I love that this show also glimpses into ritual in an intimate way.
Luther knows, but he won't tell me.
More than a friend.
It's not acceptable.
If she wanted to see me, she would. It's never going to be perfect. Or good, really.
How do they decide who gets what stick?
I'm sorry.
Well, there's work to be done.
We have to live to do it, though, don't we?
Oh.
That's a line.
Yeah.
He should be back by now.
I think I know that.
What if they've grabbed him?
We'd be hearing about it.
I don't know about that.
They could be messing with us.
Taking it to another level.
How is that another level?
Snatching him. If Plug was a hostage, that changes everything. How would that change anything? We have the pilot.
This guy reminds me of Mark Pellegrino.
We could have more food than we think.
And you can't trust Plug with food.
He flipped sides for a meal.
No, he'd sure be at the front of the line.
Do they have any food on their ship?
No.
We have the food.
Not really. I just ate my meal bar.
All of it?
Hold on.
Got you!
Damn.
We were getting worried. We should be getting worried. About what?
It's taking me a while to get invested in these guys.
Yes. A bit better this episode, but
it's becoming a bit of a journey.
The guns at the front, trying to put us down the barrel.
No. But can they do that?
They're trying.
wow. Oh, and they got the helmet on a spit.
It moved. Check it.
Proud.
Why don't you guys just use the force to lift it?
We're up. Let's go.
Do you realize how long this will take?
50 centimeters an hour.
Where do you guys have to go? You should do it. It doesn't matter how long it takes.
If they're lucky, they'll make 5 meters by midnight. They will be close.
They have the same time clock we do?
I guess so. That's the thing that unites us all.
I haven't read Lord of the Flies, but whenever I hear about Lord of the Flies, this is the kind of scenario where I imagine a Lord of the Flies scenario.
I mean, yeah, you're watching a bunch of kids like left up to their own devices trying to govern each other and the mess that becomes. And these rebels.
Back.
Feel
I
like
just
kids.
got here.
What?
What?
No.
What?
Oh, wow. That's a surprise.
Oh, my God.
It was quick.
Oh, my God.
Is that everything?
I was sure if I went shopping, you'd be delayed and we wouldn't have to do this.
No such luck.
Her hair's down.
We could pretend that you're not back.
We can't cancel again.
What is it, like couples therapy?
We can't.
Is it a dinner with another couple?
His mom.
Of course.
I don't know. I'm guessing.
Gonna meet his mom. No, that would make so much sense. Oh my God, look at the way he's looking at her. I bet it is. Oh my God.
I don't know.
Oh my God. And she's gonna probably take a big shine to Mira.
I know that last look in the last time we saw them, I was unsure whether or not it was like actual sexual tension or whatever.
I'm so excited.
But when she gets demoted, that probably meant right at the right level now.
This is remarkable. No one's seen anything like this for a long time.
Costumes on this are phenomenal.
I feel like something bad's gonna happen on day 3 or whatever we're building up
Absolutely.
to.
Yeah, no. It's all far too pleasant. This is how rumors start.
Oh boy.
And I know apologies are in order. I've been so distracted by all of this. It's impossible.
I was whining. It's the last thing anyone wants to listen to.
You know, you've been having a difficult time. That's when we need to be heard.
Hey.
I have called your office.
And I've been remiss.
I talked to your agent.
Last time we spoke, you told me you had new business coming in. You told me you were waiting.
I think I told you I was tired of waiting.
This is sounding serious.
It wasn't then. Might not be now. I still have several things pending. It's just I have concerns.
Yeah, we got concerns.
The foundation is up and running.
Okay.
Your financial blemishes have been smoothed over without anyone being the wiser.
Okay.
Everyone seems quite pleased with how they've landed.
Oh no.
Please say something.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I feel terrible. I really had no idea.
You know, the irony is, it's the rebellion that's hurt me most. Rebel activity soured my investments.
Oh no.
You can see how I might feel undervalued.
Oh boy.
What are you going to do?
Absolutely. How I wish you'd made this clear sooner.
Yeah, I should have.
So is he withdrawing then?
If I haven't, I'm sorry for that.
Damn. So we done?
Let me get through this weekend, and I promise we'll figure something out.
I hate having to say all this one.
Oh. Oh, let's celebrate.
Indeed.
I'm gonna go do some celebrating right now.
I love how we're watching Mon Mothma go from like political reformist to full-on revolutionary. You really thought that you could trust him the most.
They want to know who is living here.
I'll say it's me. I'm legal.
We're doing everything we can.
I'm legal.
Thank you.
Don't thank me yet. Not until these bastards are gone. We'll have to see what they do. Just get prepared.
Oh.
This one so far, like as I'm counting both episodes, have felt more accessible and more fun.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
While not sacrificing too much of like the actual discourse.
Yeah, like the first season, like right off the bat, felt Tony Gilroy.
Much more somber.
Yeah.
Much more
felt like I was watching
harsh.
like Michael Clayton
Yeah.
Star Wars. Like, pay attention.
Yeah, totally.
This is much easier to like keep up with, honestly.
It's more digestible.
Yeah.
But it's still, yeah, at least representing the intricacies. We're back in the Easter egg room. Man, I'm worried for you, too. You're like one of the MVPs.
I think a lot of our cast is going to die.
I'm afraid of that because, I mean, it's a 2-season show, and we all know how Rogue One went down.
Well, most of them aren't in the Star Wars world, right?
Or they've been away on business. Captain Marvel had other shit to deal with across the galaxy.
Parents said he'd been carried home last night. His wife's left him.
Was there a number?
He said I'd get into it once we'd survived the wedding.
Nothing specific.
He's had some bad investments. He sees all this.
Oh, boy.
It's very troubling.
We'll find a number.
Might have to kill him.
Is there any chance he'd go to Skaldun?
No, he wouldn't dare. He can't.
Oh, no.
Tyranny's about to speak. I have to go.
Wait. Can't leave this be.
Yeah.
You must know that.
I will set a meeting on Coruscant with Tay next week. We will find a number.
Pencil it in.
Nah, I think you gotta kill him.
Yeah.
Very Godfather.
Gonna have a
daughter's wedding. All this political business.
Sagrona! Sagrona! Sagrona!
Sagrona.
Praise to those who have traveled to share in our most treasured tradition and in our very old, ritualistic and insanely economic fashion. It is also my duty to share just a single truthful insight. Sagrona Teema Salom.
So we're just gonna slow something out.
Trouble and disagreement will arrive without summons. There's no choice in this. There's no effort required. You simply stand still and the galaxy will deliver a daily basket of fresh anxieties to your door.
God, ain't that the truth?
My Salom Saina, the elders know what I'm talking about, right? My hope is that you learn to reach past this constant cloud of sadness, pleasure.
Oh, this man is depressed.
These are the hidden things. The music buried beneath all that noise. Joy!
Hey.
But joy has no wind at its back. Joy will not announce its arrival. You need to listen for it and be mindful of how fleeting and delicate it can be.
Absolutely.
Search out these treasures. A moment of pleasing sensation. The memory of laughter and good company. Comfort of a fine meal.
Oh.
And for me right now, it's a smile that I can't hide as I see these two young people sharing our greatest tradition.
It's like he wants them to not make the same mistakes him and Mon have made.
Sagrona.
Sagrona Teema! That's the most I've liked you this whole show, man.
What's the plan anyway? Shoot the pilot? That'll get you out of here!
How's he know that? They've been sneaking.
What is the plan?
Shut up!
That's the plan.
Are you backing down? I'm dropping a challenge!
A duel.
Going out! No shooting unless they shoot first! For Maya! For Maya! Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Oh, man. Jesus, dude.
Watch him, eyes open.
They still really think he's a test pilot.
Sure seems that way. Dude, torches are so cool looking.
That's far enough. I'll count to 3. Everything means everything. On 3. 1.
Oh.
2. 3.
What are they doing?
Dropping their weapons.
Oh no.
You must be awfully desperate.
Could see what you look like, you wouldn't say that.
5 hands. Roski rules.
Roski rules.
Everybody hear that? Roski rules.
Sorry, everyone be kid. Roski rules.
Total submission.
Pick your second. Round. Step up.
Oh no.
We're gonna go fisticuffs.
Is your second there to like finish you off? Or is this like a tag team fight?
I really wonder what this group is gonna amount to at the overall end of this.
Cassion is gonna leave here and we'll never see him again. Oh no.
Their version of rock, paper, scissors.
Scissors. Oh, smat. Wicked smat.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
No. Get this thing flying.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
It just rocked that. Oh, rock again. Hey.
They're so fat and stupid.
From eating all those berries or whatever, those big coconuts.
1, 2, 3.
Creature time.
The beast.
What was that?
I keep thinking it's thunder.
It's not.
Oh, yeah, whoa. Nice.
Whoa.
Dang.
Get the hell off this planet.
Whoa.
Shoulder shot.
Yeah,
But he looks dead.
Sure does look dead. He's here to unite them with a common enemy.
All right. So Cassion leaves, and then
we never see them again. Cool.
His pilot, the other pilot he was looking for, though.
Yeah.
At the end of the episode?
Did they really kill the pilot?
All right.
Interesting.
All right.
Interesting.
Well. Okay.
Goody.
I mean, do you want to talk or watch all one video?
I guess. Okay, well, my only wonder about is like, will this make more sense if we watch episodes?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm like, I feel like there may be complaints that might get at least figured out.
We can experiment. Fuck it, it's just us.
Yeah.
I objected against the whole like 3 episodes a week thing, but it really does feel like you have to watch all 3.
Yeah, right. It does feel. Is like if you started kind of like breaking it down after 1 or 2, it doesn't feel complete.
Yeah.
You feel like you get the strong sense of like, I don't know quite what's going on until I finish this last one.
It does seem like they divided up a 3-hour story into 3 separate episodes. Spring's here, baseball's in full swing, and if you're looking to make watching games even more exciting, check out Prize Picks, our go-to in the daily fantasy sports category. The reason this household is so into Prize Picks is because it's super easy to use. You just pick more or less on player stat projections, like strikeouts, home runs, or hits, baseball terms, for your chance to win up to 1,000 times your entry. And unlike a lot of other apps, you can mix players from baseball and other sports like basketball, hockey, and even esports. My wife is one who's especially into fantasy sports, so we've been playing Prize Picks for a while now, and we love how quick it is to set up a lineup. This week, we grabbed Shohei Ohtani for more than 1 home run and Julio Rodriguez for more than 1 stolen base. Let's see if my gut, and by my gut, I mean my wife's gut, is right. Another thing, too, they invented the Flex Play, which lets you still cash out even if one of your picks doesn't hit. And the payout's fast, safe, and secure. We've gotten ours in under 15 minutes. So what you can do is download the app today and use code REJECTS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that's code REJECTS, $50 instantly after your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game, people. Different music cues again.
There's a little bit of hope in there and foreboding. Get those marching drums.
Go in. Oh, I like those CGI glass things.
Cowards. I would love it if this is the one thing Lucasfilm doesn't know how to do. Pass me the odds. Whoa. Hot wired.
Jeez.
What is that little guy doing?
You'll never catch us now.
Oh my goodness.
So much community.
How fun. What are these guys called?
Some of us need more than others.
Oh, you're right.
Big man SpongeBob.
Who's helping me bring all that's left back up the mountain tonight?
Oh, I think we have a volunteer.
Keep feeling like everyone's about to get red weddinged.
In a sense, yeah.
Oh, Tony Gilroy's back.
Keeping on my ball with it.
No guarantee.
God, every smile is like a forced act.
They finished there today, so tomorrow?
Are they checking visas?
It's random. They found a group hiding last night in 600.
Oh, damn, Cassie, you're going to have to get back right at the nick of time.
Where can we go?
This is the best I could do. It's an emergency work order for the 800 block.
Of course, at a time when they're having community and a sense of belonging, they're having to evacuate.
Why can't they just leave us in peace?
It's not vampire.
Keep your head down.
They need your resources.
That is a hell of a dress.
True that. Oh my goodness gracious.
My mother was drunk when I got married.
I'm on water right now.
Took some Quaaludes.
I was so angry, I don't think I ever forgave her. But I could never understand why she'd done it until just now.
Daughter, you make me want to drink.
Nothing on the other side of that door matters. Not the guests, not the gifts, not the trouble that's gone into it. None of it matters. Money, embarrassment, pressure.
Wow, our personal life's changing.
We can put it off, and it will be remembered as an act of great bravery. I promise you.
Wow, she's actually being a mother.
You do not have to go through with this.
I wish you were drunk.
Oh boy.
That hurts.
Kneel down for the cause.
She really put herself out there with her daughter there. Yeah. That was like the first time we saw a tenderness and interaction there.
Wait, you're to stand behind me.
I will be your bridal shield.
It's custom. Yet you can still see in the daughter it's not purely anger or something, you know? See that it was resonating. She doesn't really want to go through with it. We know that.
You don't know, man. Maybe they got over their fight and things are better than ever.
Tap that ass.
He may be a boy in some respects, but he's a man where it counts.
I wonder what culture and customs they base this off of. Because there's a lot of white people here. This don't feel like no white wedding.
Where's the hoedown?
Oh, were those the drums we heard at the beginning of episode 1?
Must have been.
Kase malsi miatami.
Grimatami.
Oh, like the sperm into the egg. Aren't you excited this guy's your in-law now?
I love this.
It's a literal acting out of helicopter parenting.
Tanemana Kefra.
Tabayama ke dronodama.
Whoa. I don't care what you do with it.
That was improvised.
Oh, no.
They make a blood pact on the braid.
Is it always customary to cut the blade, or are there like multiple ways that could have gone? The braid with the blade.
Stay here. I am so interested in watching this play out more.
Bottle episode here at the apartment. Oh my god.
I'm so glad I didn't watch a trailer for this.
Yeah, same.
I don't know if this is in the trailer or not.
Humanize these two for me.
Wow, a smile.
They're Mr. Fantastic.
There's a bit
Sue
more.
Storm.
There is more retroness.
Yeah, definitely. Feel like Wanda and Vision getting ready for dinner.
Yeah, the variations of songs.
Yeah, and this has that sort of like jazzy 60s strings kind of. Oh my goodness. Mother is here for a relationship audit.
Would it be her, huh? Yeah, that's my guess. Yeah, I won. I got one guess right.
There you go.
Mother, this is Dedra.
Edie, please.
Dedra. Oh, I thought it was Deidre.
You look nothing like what I expected.
What did you expect?
What can I get you to drink?
Don't you wonder what I thought you'd look like?
This is going to be the matricide episode.
Yes. Oh, boy.
Do you have spiced tea?
Since when are you drinking spiced tea?
When? I see you so rarely.
Spiced tea?
Let the spice flow, baby.
Well, we don't have spiced tea. They're still open downstairs.
Cyril, please, no.
She's tripping right now.
There's a shop in the arcade.
No, please. I did not come all this way to see Cyril disappear again.
Oh, she blames her for why she doesn't have Cyril.
Yeah. God, that hair tie, though. God, these are two of the most severe-looking people. They're made for each other. Got a fax.
What's your location?
This is not the ship I was trained to fly. Did you know that? Did anyone know that? I can't fly the ship. The drop is compromised. I've been upside down for 2 days.
Yeah.
Let me work on that. Keep this signal open.
Safe and dry.
I need to go home.
Don't do that.
Come again?
It's very crowded there right now.
What does that mean?
Just give me a few minutes.
Pick up on the goddamn hits.
You won't get through. There's a frequency blockade. I don't know, which is why I'm telling you to keep the signal open and...
Oh, no. Now you've done it.
Cyril's imagination had always fascinated me.
Mother, you're dripping.
It's fine.
By the things we don't understand. Now, Cyril's father fancied himself an adventurer.
Oh, no. It's so uncomfortable.
If not for the charity of his Uncle Harlow, I can't imagine where we'd be.
What a difficult time that must have been. Cyril's shared the story with me.
Really? Can I say how pleasing it is to hear he's found someone with whom he can actually communicate?
God damn it.
It's backhanded.
I know. I feel like she's like peeling flesh.
Yeah.
Tell me about your family.
My parents were criminals. They were arrested when I was 3. I was raised in an imperial kinderblock.
Wowza. She was up front.
We had everything we needed.
Except a mother's love.
We didn't know what we were missing.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I mean, the mom might feel like she could actually fill in now.
Yeah.
I got a roll. I am really enjoying all this, though.
Yeah.
I really am. It's also building up to, like, everything Mon Mothma. This is her life, and she's going to leave all of it behind, you know?
If B sees you doing that, he's in a panic.
He's off with Talia and his buddy.
Protect B at all costs.
Who's gonna tell him?
I'll do it. We'll wait to break down the cab.
I think that creepy guy going to get killed. Creepy imperial officer going to get killed.
Yeah, they're going to be forced to kill him. God, turn on some mood music, please.
What are you saying? That I came home for the cakes?
Less said about that, the better.
When I wasn't playing at anything.
Of course not.
This is so much worse with a third party.
I know, right? Clear dysfunction. Highlighted abuse.
Be right back.
Deidre, I'm going to leave you alone.
As a teenager.
This game ends now. You want Cyril in your life, you will think before you speak. I will guarantee a level of engagement, but it will be inversely proportional to the volume of anxiety you generate in our lives.
Oh my God.
What a mouthful.
I'm not done. You can spare me the Uncle Harlow testimonials. I've had a look at his ISB criminal files, and that is not a story you want to be advertising.
Oh, man.
Wow, she's running it like she would to her job.
My man, I love him so much. Oh, my God. This poor little guy.
Oh, man. There's been more humor, and this humor's freaking working for me.
Dedra was just telling me how well you're doing here.
Was she?
And I told her that came as no surprise to me.
Oh.
That's interesting.
Cyril's so turned on, right? Boss.
This is awesome.
Boss.
That was so cool. She read like a pure negotiation. Not even a negotiation.
Just lay down the law. Yeah, here's what's going to happen.
I gift you this piece of our history. May it bind you to the land and each other. Welcome home, number 9.
Hey, I am number 9. Number 9?
You don't seem too much like a thug.
Bounced around until she passed away, and then Mon stepped in.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
Mind the drinks.
Was raised on Canto Bite.
Mind the drinks.
Yeah, dog. Don't be casting furtive glances like that either.
He puts on quite a show, doesn't he?
It's a lesson for us all.
Great what they're doing with Tay because you're like, I don't know what this guy's going to do.
Yeah, dude.
This guy's a ticket time bomb.
Speak up. Stand up. Make your point. Every time I'm with him, I'm reminded how timid I've become.
Oh, boy.
Ticket time bomb.
Is that a regular occurrence?
Hope so. He could be very helpful to me right now. But we'll discuss all this on Coruscant next week.
Of course.
She made a choice. She just made a choice.
Yeah.
I have to leave a little early.
I think homie's compromised.
I'll call Erskine to set up a meeting. Sagrona Teema.
What do you say?
He said the, cheers, salute thing.
Oh, okay.
This feels very medieval.
I really appreciate that they fleshed all this out. Like they didn't gloss over it. They really brought a wedding to life here.
Catch the bouquet and think of Cinta.
Oh, she is slowly breaking.
You'll be right here, won't you? You'll be up on the hill with Talia, who's nicer than I am. She knows all your friends and how to make sure you rest when you need to.
Be fine, Bee. We'll have so much fun, we'll forget all about them.
He really does feel like a pet or a friend, you know?
Like a real
like a
living
soul
being.
Yeah. Not like when they do droids and other stuff, too. Feels a little calculated.
Where's Will?
I thought he was with you.
His speed is gone.
Kidding me.
Oh, man.
I don't know until they leave. There's just no choice.
Hope the both of you make it.
What's this?
Stop.
Is that a blaster?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Is that a blaster? Are you just happy to see me?
Hey.
Yep.
My man.
Creep.
Let's go, creepy dude. All right, creepers, let's get creeping.
One thing I would never feel comfortable playing, a pervert.
Yes. That's going to be a fun
like walk
prep
around
cycle.
looking like a pervert. I feel like associate you as a pervert.
Sergeant Stank. Yes, sir. We'll be back in an hour.
Understood, sir.
Is she going to betray? A giant open field exposure, man.
I love my man's overalls.
Oh, that's good. We got a reasonable speed. Cool.
Yeah, that's a good looking couple shots. Oh, man.
Oh, damn. There's some crescendo we're going to be cutting between.
Yeah, I'm worried about
Three-way
this.
crescendo here.
I'll warn him off. I'll find what it takes. I'll get a number.
You know the number. We'll be vulnerable forever. You need to be protected.
I'm not sure what you're saying.
I think you do know.
Witness protection.
How nice for you.
Oh my God, the amount she has had to like choke down.
It must be crazy to like have like Mon Mothma was an impactful character in the Star Wars lore, but was that a DJ assistant?
It's a DJ droid. Yes.
Like, she's an impactful character in the Star Wars lore, but the fact that she gets to really explore her in this series is unheard of. Like, for so many years this character's existed, you know?
What a lovely dusty day.
Like when you do like the Kenobi show and you want to really get to know Obi-Wan better, I feel like they've done that with her origin.
Oh, a little extra celebration.
Oh, really?
Not the swirling camera.
Cass.
Inglorious Bastards time.
All right.
Hello.
He's back.
Where is
Son of a bitch.
everybody?
Please tell me you got a weapon behind you.
No sign of your husband?
He'll be back.
My dude.
Looks like you're packing up.
There was an emergency repair in the 800.
It's a long way to go. There's no one closer.
It's harvest. Everyone's busy.
You are going to die. You're dead men.
God, he's got that like Peter Lorre face. He's got those like dodges his eyes or.
Stop right there. I got one.
Please do not kill my dude. This will be just as iconic in a few years as the Cantina song. She's gonna have like a breakdown.
I love it. It's 3 separate planets, but it's all gonna ripple across.
Yeah, no, it's like everything's gonna crescendo at once.
He hung his hat.
Bro.
And he's in the mirror where she dreamt of
I know you're illegal.
torture a guy.
Gort or whatever his name is.
The councils need the help or there's no harvest. The help is undocumented.
Oh, we're talking about immigration now, huh?
But the situation requires nuance. It all ends up on me.
You look like a bastion of nuance.
It can be easy.
It's stressful.
Oh,
pity me.
I'm always looking for ways to relax.
Give this man a
My
neck
shoulders get
Wow,
sore.
this is the first time they've done like sexual assault stuff.
Yeah. SA and an SW.
You must have strong hands.
Murder him. I can't believe they're going here. This poor woman.
Yeah, Bix.
Tony Gilroy just wrote her to be tortured.
Yeah. Tony Gilroy has a vendetta against Andrea Arjona in particular.
Yeah, he's going to show right at the nick of time.
Get away from her, you bitch! That is fun.
Oh, they're going to think he's one of them.
You're not a local, are you?
He's one of the mechs up the road, isn't he?
What kind of American are you?
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't tell him.
Damn it, Tony Gilroy.
You betrayed bastard!
Come on! Turn us in. You'll pay for this.
You're lucky we were here.
That's one word for it. Oh.
They're putting up an act.
Yeah, it's all part of it.
I said no!
Yeah. Thank you. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Oh, look how depressed she is, though.
Oh, she just got to dance it out. Dance yourself clean, sister. Whoa. Whoa. Come on. Wow. Wow. God. Oh, man. Justice for Bix.
Oh. Dragging her. Oh, disgusting filth.
Someone RoboCop this dude.
Ooh.
Ow.
Oh.
Goody.
Homie's dead.
Yeah, he doesn't look so good. Jesus. Of course.
Yes.
Yeah. God, whoa, that shriek.
Lieutenant!
Yo, man, this is Star Wars. The Star Wars show. It's definitely like no other Star Wars show.
Always breaking a boundary.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How is he not dead?
Sir.
Oh, wow.
That was a kill shot right there.
Yeah.
You've got 5 seconds to show your face before I turn the cannon on that shack.
He tried to me.
Whoa.
They just came out and said it.
Wow. Oh shit. That's crazy. That's pretty nuts. For a Star Wars show? Wow. Damn.
Absolutely, sister.
Disney. That's if it was any other like platform or universe,
You would expect it. Yeah, whereas here you're like, they're definitely not going to do that.
Yeah.
Like, it's the one place they can't let Tony Gilroy stray.
Hey, Coleman?
Yes.
I wasn't sure.
Hey.
Hey, she's back.
I was afraid I wouldn't find you.
And here I am.
Oh, Luthen, you done made some executive decisions, haven't you, man?
Yeah, you got to wrangle this guy. Take him to the doctor.
Wow, this started off so bright and now it's so dark.
I know. I spoke too soon on those Amblin-y vibes. Use your sonic screwdriver on him. Requesting a
Turn
fry.
around, blow their asses up. Yeah.
Let's go, dog. With a missile.
Woo!
Wow.
Wow.
They did.
One shot.
Those comms up! Hey! Hey, get away!
Oh no, please don't. Please don't clip him. Oh no.
Hell yeah. Don't die. No! I don't like this line!
Yeah.
This one stormtrooper who could shoot.
Yeah. Whoa! Drop him with the chopper. Oh! Wowie!
Nicely done.
Wow!
Nicely done.
Crushed by grain.
We still haven't seen our guy. Was he shot? We still haven't seen our guy.
Oh no! God damn it!
Brasso!
Shit, the one stormtrooper.
Brasso!
Oh, that sucks.
And
Oh.
We need Brasso.
Get in! Get in!
Aw. Wow, her reaction there was perfectly acted.
Yeah, seriously.
Wow. All in the eyes. Oh, you guys see her anguish?
Yeah. After all that. And it's like the relief of seeing Cassion is immediately pierced by the loss of Brasso. Oh. Go dance it out, Vel.
Not even a burial.
Fascinating music cue to end on. I hope this song was made comprised of like ILM sound library effects. I never thought I would see something like you, especially a character like this. Like even in real life, you never see people just let loose. Woo! The hard cut. The hard cut. Aerial climbing.
Wow. Okay, let's talk about it, people. First thing I want to say is thank you to Prepper for editing down these highlights.
Thanks, gang.
If you guys are looking for some editors out there, if you're aspiring YouTubers or you already have a channel, you're looking for some quality editors who know how to get the job done, Prepper is a good company. I'll tell you that much, guys. Tell you that much. We watched the first 3 episodes of Andor Season 2, and I can confidently say it was a journey, John.
It was quite a journey.
We had a, there's editing here. We had like a 2-minute standing break from 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And we exchanged some words of, feels so different. Yeah. And we said that you suggested we watch the third one because we kind of feel there might have been some criticisms. And it was a drastically different tone.
Yeah.
And then the third one, I'm like, oh wow, you descended into way darker depths
Yeah.
than the last season.
Yeah,
like holy shit, damn, that was wild.
Because you expect to continue sort of the flavor of the previous season, and not that you're not, but like I kind of took for granted that this season would need to establish its own sort of big first act hook and big sort of inciting set of incidents.
This is mature.
This season, it's weird. I've been curious about, because there's been a gap certainly between seasons 1 and 2 for various reasons that we know about, and various things that I'm curious about, because we started off these episodes going, this is kind of more humorous and bouncy in a way, but by the third episode you're like, and also this is more mature in a more straightforward kind of way than even the previous season was.
Well, I think the first season's very, obviously we have several more to go for this one, several more weeks, but the first season very much felt like its political sides and the commentary on how a revolution comes to be.
Yeah.
How resistance comes to be.
And how much work it is.
Yeah, and how it's not so pretty. And if Star Wars is about light versus dark, Andor's about the gray. That's probably how I'd most summarize it, right? Yeah.
The light gray and the dark gray.
You see the
and the true gray in between it all.
You see the ugliness of the resistance of what it takes, And
the fact that you have to stoop to levels beneath your moral code.
And I think with this
or ideology,
this premiere, outside of Cassion and Andor specifically, I think for some of the characters, they really magnified more of what's going on internally with these characters. Because while you had some commentary about, again, what we just said, along with, it seemed like they were talking about immigration, and it didn't seem like they were 100% talking about immigration. They deal with assault. I have mixed feelings about it, where I kind of need to process that a tiny bit.
Yeah, I get you.
Because of throwing it to Bix, this character who is consistently tortured, and there's again, I need to process it. I need a dialogue. The thing is, we're gonna have a dialogue, and we might have a different opinion by the time we're done talking about certain things, because that's what a dialogue does. You have a conversation and you explore. You're like, okay, this is how I feel, and not what I start immediately saying is, my conclusion, my conclusive feeling.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can touch on that in a second. Yeah, I think when we were watching it, the one thing that I don't think jived with us. There's only really one thing that
your homies. Your homies.
That group, they didn't feel. It was the only time in all of Andor where it felt like people were acting, and it didn't feel real. It didn't feel lived in. It felt so performative and line ready or trying hard. I could not get on board, and then I never gave a shit about what was going on. I kept trying to invest myself in it, And I didn't quite ever reach there. There were like some cool visuals there, and there were some ideas that I think are worthwhile exploring. You know, like zeroing in on the jungle type of vibe of these people in the wilderness, if at all, and a little more savagery or whatever. I didn't quite. I never got invested in it in a way that endeared me or connected to, and I don't know, kind of added to my one criticism with Andor is he's not really a character.
This season especially, he's not done much.
Yeah.
Or been allowed to do much.
He's done plot stuff.
Yeah.
He gets the ship, he gets the test pilot ship, and then but he's stranded. But he spends most of his time stranded there, and he's barely in episode 3. Yeah.
He bookends these episodes, because you have this really cool and also humorous, introductory sequence where he steals the TIE fighter in the first place, which I was delighted by because it's one of those instances of like, this technically counts as action, and in context, yes, he's like screwing this up because he doesn't know how the ship works and stuff like that. But like, there's something charming about, like, it still has the spectacle because they clearly had to do all the effects and stuff, but it's like in a context you're not used to seeing, and it puts him in a position of struggle. And after everything in the first season of him being like the crack pilot who can do the impossible, it's a fun resetting of the expectations. And then at the very end of these 3 episodes, he's able to, ride in at just the right time and save the day. The trouble is, and I considered almost like joking about this in the second episode, because I mean, he does just, I assume they will come back. He does just get stranded there and then leaves. And so like, in light of that, in hindsight, only as of these 3 episodes, it does feel like he just got caught in a plot mechanic, because the other 2 plot lines with the wedding and with everything happening with Bix and Brasso and them, like those things feel very pertinent and like they're moving on a timeline. And like the thing with Cassion feels interesting in concept, because I mean, like, it does seem to speak to that thing that was touched upon in the first season about how like the rebellion is so spread out and there are so many whose orders, who are you actually rebelling in the name or ideology of, and like nobody ever arrives at an answer there. And like it's a salient, I suppose, metaphor for the fact that like so many of these efforts fail because people just can't get out of the way. The individual cannot get out of the way of the collective. And so like that's all there, but we've also already established that in this world, and it doesn't really feel like yet it amounts to much other than like, okay, we have this more guerrilla environment that feels more like you're in a sort of Vietnam War setting, and
very Lord of the Flies even.
And we're like left to our own devices, and all this gang feels like a bunch of kids or teenagers trying to govern themselves and each other. And like all that is like, there's interesting, neat stuff to think about, but it doesn't really seem like pointed in context of the show.
Well, I think I agree. The ideas and everything surrounding it and what they're possibly or even overtly talking about is all good. It's the execution of it felt like kind of forced, and the performances that did not, the way the direction of that, like, wow, this is pulling me out bad. I actually got a little concerned whenever we got there, because that's the only thing.
Yeah, I know.
Outside of that,
so
I loved this. The time flew by. We watched 3 episodes in a row, and I was hooked the entire time, and it wasn't a chore. And I love that it does start off on a journey where, like, oh, you're messing with us, man. This is feeling way too hopeful and a little too bright in the sky. And then they do things that really get under the nervous system, I would say. Things that are icky, like when it comes to assault on anything like that, is surprising that they would do it. Like if they did it in Marvel, it would be surprising. If they do it in Star Wars, it's surprising. It's like, of course, we've seen movies and we know people who've had to go through things like that. So yes, it's a very sensitive and horrible thing. it's surprising that they let a Star Wars show do it.
Yeah.
And my cynical brain in terms of execution goes, is it a little bit tropey that they would like do that to Bix? Of course, you know,
it is.
It's very, that's the part where I push up against. At the same time, that this is where I'm of two minds. I'm like 60% there, and then the other 40% is I'm glad they're pushing a boundary of what they can do in Star Wars that you normally wouldn't expect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. I think it would register different if she hadn't been so brutally tortured at the end of the last season or for half of last season. And so it does feel like the trope of like, oh, in order for her to rise to her full potential, she needs to go through horrific trauma.
Yeah.
And part of me wonders if you could have had because, you know, there's a worth in bringing up the idea. Like, this is a very sort of like Nazi officer or any type of, you know, authoritarian officer, you know, who is like of the system that is in command, so thus feels like they can wield their power absolutely as well. It's absolutely part of the conversation of the show.
And for the world of Star Wars, that they often ignore sexuality.
Yeah.
You know that if the Star Wars world is real, you know the Empire is doing. They have tons of people who are doing dirty shit like that all the time.
If this level of tyranny is thriving, this is a common occurrence.
And if there's a part of the Star Wars world to explore the subject or have something integrate that, to not shy away from it, you know. And it's not like he goes through with it; he fails.
Yeah.
Still, it's
in
like
the R-rated Zack Snyder cut. Though.
Yeah, 1,000%. Yeah, 1,000%. Yeah, I think that is the one part, is that it feels tropey to do it specifically towards Bix after everything that happened. Yeah.
And I'm not advocating for throwing any characters into this line of fire, but if it had been like their buddy with the curly hair, if like it had been his girl or something like that in that situation, and then like Bix has to be the one to intervene or something like that, I might have. We'll see where the season goes. Obviously, all of this could be recontextualized, but it does sort of feel like, oh man, you're getting an especially terrible version of the horribleness that, you know, the personal brand of horribleness that the Empire has to offer, and I don't know, it does stand out. Among a bunch of characters who have gone through abuse and trauma, this character has an especially high amount of that. And like, it's not to say that there doesn't exist situations in life where like people who have had these experiences have more of them. It does seem like some kind of weird, indescribable magnetism can happen. But at the same time, in context of the show, I might have liked a different version of that. Again, I love Adria Arjona as an actress, and I love what she brings across the board and here as well. And, you know, it is certainly very gratifying to watch her take him out. But yeah, it was like, oh man, we really hate this character.
Well, yeah, I think you hit it on the head that you get mixed feelings with it, because it is rewarding to see her like tear this guy, like destroy this guy. It is rewarding.
Yeah.
You know, it's mixed bag. It's mixed bag. Yeah. Everything is there's slices of pies to everything. Yeah. And, you know, there's some parts of the slice of the pie that I'm not a big fan of. And then there's other parts where I'm like, yeah, I appreciate that. That's where I would say with that. And I guess there isn't really a conclusive idea other than Adria Arjona is an amazing actress. Dude, you haven't seen the Richard Linklater movie, have you? Hitman?
No, is she in it?
Gosh,
she's in Hitman?
Incredible. Yeah, it's her and Glenn Powell. She's incredible.
Oh, she's like starring opposite him?
Yeah, she's the main she's the main co-lead.
Wow.
She's incredible.
I'm like, everything I see her in, she stands out.
And she's
so,
great
like,
here.
Yeah. Like, I love Bix. Partly, too, is I'm just like sad because I like Bix as a character.
Yes.
Like, I'm endeared to her. Yeah.
And I think, too, despite tropey parts of it, it makes it extra unnerving to see any of it happening because it's in the Star Wars world where you wouldn't. I was literally saying that when we were watching it.
They've got to misdirect us to some other more benign but still terrible thing.
And they still went further than I would have expected them to go.
They named it.
Yeah, they named it. Yeah,
they named it. And
the
this
fact
is
they even named it was surprising to me, you know?
And this is a mechanism of fascism, so it's like it's important to name it.
Yes.
It's so, it's like, it's a great...
And that's why I kind of respect it for them not cowarding away from naming it.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, 100%. No, in fact, like I really, it's weird. Like I do applaud the fact that they are at least, being upfront about it. Because again, if you apply, because there is so much of like, everyone loves Star Wars and it's about light and the dark. But like when you really break down the nuts and bolts of like, what is this conflict? And especially at a time where we have the world like it is, it's important to remind people, like, here are the wars and the instruments and mechanisms of war and all the intervening little subcategories that make that situation up. Here's all the realities of that. Or at least here is a distillation of all the different moving parts and pieces. And it's like, all that makes the world feel more lived in because it all speaks to like the the individual personal experiences and pursuits of the people who make up all these different organizations, be they the Empire, the Resistance, whatever. And so, like for what this show is talking about, and even like, you brought up like they mention, or at least they touch upon the idea of like this planet here that we're hiding out on. Half the workers are undocumented, and then he gives a little speech about like, obviously we have like the law about, how you're supposed to be registered as a citizen, but these industries thrive on, means that are beyond the law. And, what do we do about that? And it's like, it's maybe not giving an entire, I feel like it has more actively explored certain themes. And what happens to Bix, I would put in the category like that commentary on undocumented workers is like, we're not necessarily taken a big long few episodes walk through that, but we are at least bringing it in as a number of the different issues that are all wrapped up in, again, how to just create order in societies.
Well, those are our thoughts on it. I would be more interested in hearing a woman's perspective, especially for Star Wars, where there are a lot of female fans out there. So I would like to know a woman's perspective
100%.
from it. People who've dealt with assault, how they feel watching something like that happen in the Star Wars world too. Yeah. And I could see some scenario where some people go, I watch Star Wars to escape,
Go on Skeleton Crew. There's plenty of other, like I do. Like, this is the ratio I feel like is you could do, it's weird. Like with comic book stuff, I feel like there is a bigger push-pull in terms of like, these were originally invented for younger people, and now they are the younger people who it was invented for, are largely grown up. And yes, there are a lot of things like that aimed at younger people, but now like comic book movies feel like they're having the identity crisis of like, how do we be for adults, but not like rule out the kids? And like Star Wars, I feel like, in graphic novels, there's so much stuff that's like youth accessible, and then you have your like more mature, clearly mature adult stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's appropriate for Star Wars to have a wing, or at least, a certain spectrum where it's like, we can do the more serious adult stuff. And that'll also make it nicer when we go back to the fun, plucky stuff, or the stuff that's kind of in between. And,
Well, this is the show there's a show called Star Wars Rebels, but to me, this is truly a show about the rise of the Resistance.
Yeah.
Which I know I'm saying a lot of Star Wars titles of things. It really is about the rise of the Resistance, and things like this do happen. So it is, I understand, again, context, like the purpose of including it, because it adds more fuel to the purpose of rising against evil.
We fight the Empire, but what does that even mean? What is the fight? Why is the fight? How is the fight?
Exactly. And so, including it in here, I understand. And it's going to be I think it'll be a massive talking point. Obviously, we're watching this from a screener, so it will be a massive talking point moving forward.
I'm very trepidatious to see how the conversation unfurls out there in the wild.
Yeah, I would like to hear like actual. I'm assuming Ariel's. I mean, there's guys named Ariel. I don't know actually. I'll look it up. Anyway, next subject: Mon Mothma. Yeah. Genevieve O'Reilly. It dawned on me when I was watching season 1 again how freaking fascinating it is that Genevieve O'Reilly's been around for a while playing Mon Mothma before Andor, but it's so small. It's such small scenes, so small. And then Mon Mothma, who's been in the animated shows and is part of the canon and other comics, books, and everything. So Mon Mothma is an important character, let's be kind of like straightforward with Mon Mothma before Andor. And for this show to give that opportunity to her, to allow her to really explore the origins in a way where you feel like you were getting true substance to the origins.
Yeah.
Versus sometimes when people do a dedicated prequel, a dedicated origin to an already established character.
Mothma movie.
A lot of times it's simply plot and how they got their coat or some bullshit. This is insane how much they've given her to chew on, and watching the experience. We know where she lands. We know she goes from political reformist to full-on revolutionist, right? And seeing her whole life. That's why I love being with the wedding. That's why I love being with the culture. This is family right now. This is the 1% lifestyle she gets to have. This is everything for her. And you see all these other things that are beyond Empire bad that are pushing her and pushing her and pushing her to this brink where she is losing everything. Like, so much about her and Luthen they've sacrificed everything in order to participate in this fight. And you're watching her slowly lose the personal connections in her life due to this pursuit, and I think it's really powerful. And what she demonstrates here, I hope they, I personally love watching Cyril. He's like my favorite.
I adore Cyril. I love him so much.
I love watching him. And I think Genevieve O'Reilly is the best, the strongest performer. That's not even fair to say.
Well, what they give her really requires a huge level of restraint and nuance.
A lot going on underneath what she has to actually put forward.
Totally. It seems like it takes like a real emotional coordination. She's like, to me, to borrow a weird metaphor, it seems like emotionally she's got to be able to play the drums, whereas all 4 of your limbs can do something different at the same time, and the amount of coordination and effort that takes, and so much is said through furtive glances and expressions, or the fighting back of tears, or a small gesture when she's turned around and the other character can't see, or something like that. And 2, I mean, to end the episode off on, we keep I loved that they kept cutting to the evolution of this day. She jumps in, she's sort of assimilating to the party, sort of just starting to process it all, but you can also tell that this is probably a person who rarely ever gets to breathe a sigh of relief or get any catharsis in her life. And so then you have this escalating music, and the more we're cutting to her, the more she's just sort of losing herself into that. And it's weird because it's kind of beautiful, kind of cathartic, but how sad this is, because this might be the last, she's not dancing with a true lightness and freedom of foot, and yet this might be the last time she gets to dance for a long time, if ever.
Yeah.
And I think one of the strengths of this show is taking a bunch of Star Wars type figures and characters and really zeroing in on what toll is this taking on you mentally, emotionally, physically, of course. And also, what is it costing you as a human? And I feel that partly comes in with Tay. Partly that comes in with him because he's I feel like I am left holding the stick. I feel all these people are getting what they need in this fight. I am putting up all this capital and I'm risking myself, and now I'm in an even worse position than ever. Everyone's finding the line, and how much is this guy willing to just keep up with it and put up with the suffering because the cause is worth it, versus eventually being overtaken by self-interest. And so with Mon Mothma, it's fascinating to watch, because I think a character like that too, and you obviously know her how she's portrayed more thoroughly than my previous experiences, but a character like that, often the stature that she puts forth as this galactic Senate member is one of poise and grace, and someone who is always calm and calculating, not in a cold way even, but just someone that in, again, a less nuanced or less gray or less, harsh at times piece of media, you might never think of these things.
Three-dimensional is what she is here versus before.
Yeah, and it's like, Cassian Andor is like a Han Solo type, but like what's his internal struggle really about? Why is he involved in this fight? And we've seen the fun versions of all these things. Now we're seeing the real costly versions of all these things.
And back to Andor, that's one aspect of it that I do really like, is Cassian specifically, is how he lost his mom in the last season, and he wasn't around for that. Now he lost one of his best friends, and he wasn't around. And these consequences that happen in his life when he is doing these missions and doing something bigger than himself, but the people who he loses along the way, where he's not even spending time with them and not even around for when their lives are taken, you know? And I think adding to that loss is a weight that adds addition to Cassian's depth as a character, quite a lot. I really do love how this started off as, this feels way more like Star Wars. Because Andor is the one show that doesn't quite feel like Star Wars, but in a good way.
Yeah,
it's obviously a Star Wars world, and I think a big part of that is sound design, because the sound design is the same thing. Yes, we can look at some aesthetics, and obviously they're similar. I think really it's the sound design where you're like, yeah, that's Star Wars sounds.
Oh yeah, it's a proprietary library, boy.
Yeah, seriously. And the first episode in particular, we're like, wow, this feels way more like Star Wars, actually. And then they bring you back to the reality, which I think complements it nice, considering where we ended last season.
Yeah.
With him finally going, the people are rising, the rebellion starting. Cassian asks to join Luthen. So to pick it up with, all right, they're doing rebellion shit.
Yeah.
Cool, we're Star Wars rebellion right now. And to get back to the harshness of what happens, the ugliness of what happens, and not only show it, but feel it.
Yeah.
It's great stuff.
It is.
It's great. And I think, too, a lot of, with what we were talking about, Adria Arjona, a lot of that is elevated by her performance, too. Like, her specific types of reactions are so well internalized that you can tell and see and feel. It never feels like she's overdoing it, It's like the camera trusts her. She trusts the camera. It's really great.
Like just her resting aura and face, like you can feel all the stuff from the first season without her having to telegraph it. You just feel like, oh, this person carries themselves differently now.
Yeah. The Deetra and
oh my
Cyril.
God, Deetra and Cyril.
That
is my favorite thing, though.
That is my personal favorite thing too.
I love that they are together. I love that she's like his dom lady. She just taking care of everything for him. Just trade one mom for another.
She lost command. She lost control, but she can have control here.
Yeah. And she can make him feel like he's got an elevated sense of use, along with his elevated position at the grid that they all work in.
I think the attention to psychology on Cyril is some of the best in this show, because in the first season it really does feel like that kind of guy who's influenced into being part of like a neo-Nazi group. Right?
Yeah, who feels underappreciated and like he could be doing more, and like he's just completely marginalized from everybody else. And he's got an overbearing mom of all people.
Yeah.
So it's like
and
fascism, come to me.
And the way they pairing them up, and again, like what you said, being new mom surrogate in this relationship for a guy who constantly feels like he needs power in his life.
Yeah.
And to get a new mom, I think is great, and I think their chemistry is great, and I love how odd and weird and stripped down it is, because we've got to get to know Dedra's rise in the last season was incredibly powerful and engaging as hell. And now we get to see more of the human underneath that.
Yeah.
We did that with Cyril and his mom. Doing that with her in a relationship type scenario where you got a lot of humor from that, but the humor I thought worked. I thought the humor complemented it well, as opposed to this other group of those people we weren't big fans of.
Yeah.
I thought the humor there actually was genuinely funny, because it made them feel more real, and you're like, I kind of know what any of you to die. Because you're like you're like my favorite part of this show. Like you are on the dark side. You're on the dark side.
Yeah.
You're part of the Empire because you want to be. You support it. You believe in it.
Yeah.
And now we're looking at you as like this strange couple. I love it. We haven't seen that in Star Wars. It's so simple but effective.
It's really fun. And I think that the contrast, I mean, it benefits from the fact that the contrast is very clear. And yeah, it's like with the stuff with Andor and the other group, like that almost, you can't really tell exactly, it doesn't have anything to contrast off of. So you can't really tell, like, is this supposed to be kind of quirky? Like, I guess it kind of is because, again, they're all talking over each other and it's such a mess. But at the same time, it's not like heightened or like, what's the word? Like ironic enough. Like there's some kind of fun irony to like everything happening between Cyril and Dedra. And there's like so much about their work lives that you can then apply to their personal lives and kind of have fun musing about what their relationship is like in multiple facets, you know, like, it is really like, it is forcing you to kind of, on the lighter side of the spectrum, wonder like, yeah, what is their intimacy like? And like, you know, they're together. They must, you know, be physically intimate as well. What is that like? And like, you know, is she dominant in all things? Or Cyril seems like a kind of guy who would need some kind of dominant escapism. And certainly he's getting that a little bit at work. But yeah, there's just like so much fun life stuff you can ponder about them. And that serves the idea that yes, like in real life, oftentimes you will find these shades of gray where like people who are committing atrocities either don't see them that way or just kind of compartmentalize them and have all this other mundane stuff in their lives. But there's also, I think, the glimmer of maybe Dedra, like some of these Imperials must defect, and we've seen spies and other people who have already. But I wonder if they're going to build up to her defecting because of that whole thing of like she doesn't want the Gorman project, and they have all that she and her superior have that conversation about it, and you know the fact that she's got to keep her head down again, be exceptional, go beyond your means because you're getting another demotion sort of on paper, and you're a woman, so you're going to have to work that much harder, blah blah blah. And two, I mean, that whole sequence with Krennic and them coming up with like, what do we do about this? We need these resources, but we got to find a way to justify wrecking the whole planet. Well, can we run a smear campaign, a propaganda of some sort, or do we orchestrate a national disaster? And I mean, I think in our waking life political spectrum, I suppose every side is imagining the other side is meeting up in secret and doing this. But there is this in the world, this certainly is a thing that happens. And yeah, like I think that's an interesting, again, piece of debate because it's showing you like the tools of tyranny, these conversations. But also I think it could be, like a line that she's finding. And I wonder what that'll do to her and Cyril because, he seems committed to his own sense of justice beyond doing what he is told, obviously. So maybe there's some road for the two of them, or one of the two of them to spiral off in some way.
I thought she just wanted to continue her mission. She's the one who suggested the insurgency. I don't think it had anything to do with. She gave tips to Orson of what she.
That's true. That's fair.
Of how they could actually fulfill this plan in a way that would cause them to actually succeed, and that where they don't have to worry about their optics. They could look like justified in their pursuit.
I am curious about. I imagine that you're probably correct in that that's probably like completely in earnest, and that is probably her goal. Part of me was like, well, this is what I was thinking anyway. Like, is she just responding? Here's what I was thinking, and here's what would be the better thing to do here if it was me, and if I was really trying to get work done, because she is, like no bullshit, that character. So, I wouldn't put money on the turn necessarily, but I am curious about it, and it does present, again, it draws you into the character and makes you wonder, what is she thinking, because she is the most quiet in that meeting.
I think when she was torturing people in the last season, I didn't see a hint of remorse.
That is true, actually.
Yeah, it seemed like she got off on it. I thought she really enjoyed it.
I mean, Bix flat out says that to her, just like, you enjoy this, don't you? So yeah, I suppose that's not probably in the cards after all.
Yeah, I think as long as Empire wins, she's okay. They're okay.
That's fair. Yeah.
But the Orson scene, though, I think is great. Having Ben Mendelsohn back.
Oh, man.
I love that they don't treat it like a woo.
My man.
He's back. You know, they don't treat it as
He doesn't
some
like you.
giant return. Let's hold for applause.
Yeah.
You know,
Camera push in, door slides up.
Yeah, he walks into frame. It cuts to him. You actually hear his voice first, and then cuts to him, and he's leading a room. And Ben Mendel, what were you saying?
It took me hearing just the voiceover without him. I then realized how much Jeremy Irons is in his performance. He's like really channeling Jeremy Irons.
He's a bit flat. Is the word flamboyant?
Is very dry. Very dry, but he's also got this like inflection and rhythm.
Yeah, there's a theatricalness to the way he is.
Yeah.
Well, Ben Mendelsohn is an insanely incredible actor. So what they've done for Genevieve O'Reilly, I hope they can allow that for him. Same thing for Andor, right? And I don't know if we'll get it to that effect. I was surprised to see him right away in the first episode, considering how important he is for Rogue One. Of course, he will be in the show more. He's an integral part since we are doing the build-up to the Death Star thing to link us to Rogue One. But more than that, of course. That whole scene was a very infuriating scene to sit through, of watching them work the propaganda, watching the marketing behind it, how they're discussing the sacrifice of life. I don't even view it like a sacrifice of people aren't people. They don't view people as human beings, that they're numbers in order for them to gain more wealth, to accrue more. It felt like you were in a fly on the wall in a meeting that you would hear in real life. And the way they're eating their treats, their pastries, and talking about it in such a casual, the word's not dismissive. God, what's the word I'm looking for, John?
Oh, goodness.
Not dismissive. I mean, they are being dismissive.
Well, it's like in a sense of abandon, or they're. I think casual is
the word. I guess
they're talking so
I'm
casually.
looking for another word, but yeah. But it is so casual, and I love the aesthetics they're doing for the planet of when they are playing the propaganda commercial, and I love like the marketing team aspect. I like what they were doing to include all these things, because that's a big part of what makes Andor feel special, is how they do draw on they magnify the stuff that George Lucas talked about with what Star Wars is commenting on, and they strip down some of the fantasy and they magnify some of this real world stuff. And I thought that scene did it in a very strong way. Like, this is a group of elites just talking, you know?
Yeah, it's the Illuminati having a meeting, figuring out what planet to wreck. And two, I think that's smart. It's like, they've zeroed in on like the actual themes of what the Star Wars is, but also, funny enough, I feel like in this show in particular, you pointed out like that they seem to be leaning even further into like the fantasy aesthetic, just visually speaking.
In certain spots, yeah.
Yeah, because Star Wars is, on that line of sci-fi fantasy, and you're more used to spaceships and things that are even in more natural areas. You're sort of like, oh, well, if there is a sign of civilization, it's probably high tech. Whereas like all the stuff with the wedding, granted, you're in some kind of ceremonial location. Not everything looks like this, but all the dress and all the architecture feels very tangible and feels like it's ancient somehow. And it gives it that Lord of the Ringsy tangibility, which is cool because Star Wars and Lord of the Rings both have a production value that is like heavily practical, or at least there's a lot of that kind of movie magic, but then backed up with like big effects. And so like it makes sense to do that.
Well, Star Wars has a lot of stuff that is, especially like witches, Dathomir and all that shit. There's a lot of pure fantasy, Jedi and all that. A lot of pure fantasy. Yet it's kind of felt imbued with space opera consistently around it. It's kind of, even though you're in space sometimes, it kind of strips away some of that space opera stuff.
Sure.
And that's what I meant by it feels more Lord of the Ringsy at times in certain, especially with the Mon Mothma storyline that we were doing here. But I appreciate the attention to detail too. They actually did a whole ceremony, this whole wedding.
Yeah.
They didn't didn't phone that shit in. Like everything was so calculated. Everything was choice. They found the music, the different musics throughout, the wedding dances, the ritual of marriage, of how they proceed with that. I love Mon Mothma talking with her daughter, trying to actually convince her. Both parents have a thing of the dad's going, it wants them to go through with it, but don't make the same mistakes. You guys can get past some of this awkward tension you'll probably encounter. Yeah. And the mom's going, you could probably, like, we could stop this.
We can call this whole thing off,
but no. Yeah, that's some strong shit, man. Yeah. It was a journey. I see why they released them the way they're doing, because unlike last season, I felt like you could take it one episode at a time.
Yeah.
This one really did feel like, oh, I need to watch all three.
Yeah, for a complete picture, or at least to form a complete, conversation around it.
Because when they would end, I think every time it ended, I would go, oh, is it over?
Yeah, totally. It does definitely feel more like, oh, this was a 3-hour block that you chopped up, into roughly an hour each. Which is cool. I mean, which I'm here for. I'm curious, especially with Disney Plus, how like eventually they're gonna crack some kind of like the perfect alternative release schedule that is like perfectly bingey, but also keeps the conversation going for some time. And what is this, 12 again? We get 4 weeks of 3. So like, I mean that at least is a good solid month of substantial Star Wars. And I don't begrudge. It's weird because this is a more dense show in terms of what it wants to talk. It feels a bit more like a piece of literature or something than like a breezy movie does. So like that kind of makes sense to me. Like, okay, here's 3 chapters and we're going to kind of read them all in a chunk.
Well, the first season I did think was, with their dialogue, was something that required a much more pay close attention. I mean, you have to pay close attention regardless. I think this is much easier to keep up with for some reason.
It does feel that way.
It does feel like simplified.
Without feeling like it's been dumbed down or something. It doesn't feel like something was taken out necessarily.
It feels more accessible, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. And normally I would be like, oh, I don't know. But yeah, it doesn't. It still feels like their mission is the same. And there are some tonal adjustments that have been made. And mostly, I don't know if I would even say like for the better, as if like they had something like gravely to improve upon. Like most of what they have changed or added in terms of tone or feel, I think is, solid. It works. It's not like better or worse. It's just like cool, more aspects. And the only thing, I think really that stood out is sort of like, I'm not sure about this, was that whole other rebel group interlude thing. But again, I have faith that will amount to something greater, or we'll see some of those dudes again or something.
Well, I thought it was directed really well. There's a lot of great wonders, a lot of great use of perspective. I thought the action scenes were done really well. I think it is cool that Cassion was able to, like, I love the opening scene with Cassion figuring out the ship. I thought about when I was watching an episode of Last of Us, and I would apply the same thing here. There's in The Last of Us, the first time they fight a clicker, well, the only time they fight a clicker, in the game, you have to kill like 1 billion clickers. And I loved how the show was, we're going to have them show you the struggle, what it's like to kill one. And you're going to spend like 20 minutes on that. Yeah. And that's what I felt like with this ship, when you're testing out a TIE fighter, you don't know what you're doing, and the struggle of flying one of these, what that will be like for someone.
Looks like it hurts your arms.
Looks painful. Yeah. Looks painful. And it was cool, and when he showed up at the end, that was a cool moment of action. I thought they definitely amped up how they do the action, because there's only one part in first season with Luthen where he does a little bit of aerial fighting. There's not much action in season 1, and this to me, like I wouldn't even call it like, was there, outside of episode 3, there's the whole rebellion fight at the end in season 1. I wouldn't really call that an action scene. Like there's action, but it's so much like drama.
Yeah.
And then you have the one action scene with Andor and Luthen in episode 3 when they're escaping Ferrix. Like that to me was action scenes.
Yeah.
This felt pure action,
Yeah, and I don't know how you felt about that. It didn't feel because that can also be kind of a risky thing in that you could sometimes come away feeling like, oh, maybe somebody upstairs mandated that the cerebral show had more action, to pull more people in. But it makes sense to me given where we are and the fact that the first season is so much about like, yes, the rebellion is brewing, but now we're going to strike a blow that like really sets the match. And so it makes sense for me that season 2 would be more action centric because it seems like, the fight is developing into something much more physical and will soon become this all out, war. And it feels appropriate, but also cool and fun. Because it's like you have the heist in the first season and you have like the escape from the prison.
That's true.
But even those things are dramatized in a different way, and like the heist is like a plan going wrong and going sideways.
I guess this is like stylized action.
Yeah. The contrast is, or the prison break, even, they're like desperate and they're not very pretty and a lot of things go wrong. Whereas here you do get some satisfying moments of action or some moments of action that are at least like fun or whimsical or have more of a pure action rush. Versus like, we really fought tooth and nail for such and such a thing.
Like the amount of different shots they had from the cockpit to going to the personal POV to locking the camera off on sections of the TIE fighter on the exterior.
Always works on me.
Yeah, no, those lock-off shots in any movie or show was
better,
awesome.
Better than the snap zoom.
Oh my god, the snap zoom is such a manipulative tool.
It is like the number one, the tool you employ when you want your CGI shot to look not CGI. Just put a snap zoom on it.
I think it must have been, is either Star Trek or Man of Steel that freaking made that the thing. J.J. Abrams Star Trek. Is that J.J. Abrams Star Trek or Man of Steel where after one of those movies, it became like the thing you do.
Do that,
yeah. And think in retrospect, thinking how it starts off with Andor struggling like a madman with the TIE fighter to them being in control of the TIE fighter at the end.
That is a nice arc
cool
over the 3 episodes.
Cool bookend, It's a cool bookend, actually, now that I think about it. Well, those are our thoughts on the first 3 episodes of Andor. What did you guys think? Did you love it? Did you like it? Or do you think this will top the first season for you guys? Leave your thoughts down below. Keep a lookout next week. 3 more to go, and 3 more to go after that, and then 3 more to go after that. Thank you guys so much. Peace. Riley Peterson, my friend. If we were to travel to a galaxy far, far away, I imagine punch what?
I'm adding an embellishment.
We're improving. Please do not add.
Punch it. You go to a galaxy far, far away. Anyway, Riley, we're in a galaxy far, far away. I imagine we'd find a distant planet with you alone on it. What'd you say? I said, oh.
Please, we're trying to improv. Stop contributing. So you'd be on a distant planet and you'd be alone, stranded. There'd be just nothing but water and you and a bunch of potatoes. But, sorry?
Oh, I said, to kind of do like a watery, like a Babbling Brook thing. Improv, though. Yeah.
Stop. I lost my train of thought. There's something about like you're supposed to be naked with a bunch of potatoes.
You got a potatoes use, It's like
potato,
The Martian?
Potatoes.
No, wait, this is Star Wars.
Have more of a visual of like potatoes or nutsack. You kept interrupting me, and now I'm lost.
Now I can't imagine Riley's potatoes.
I'm sorry, Riley. Happy birthday?
Yeah.